Did you guys hear about Troy Davis?
Who? Who's that?
Troy Davis.
I heard about him. Tell me more.
He was executed recently.
What'd he do?
They charged him for killing a cop.
Wow.
And they had no physical evidence. So the story goes, they have no physical evidence, but they do have 9 testimonies or witnesses. However, within the time passed, 7 of those witnesses took back their testimony.
What?
And they still haven't retried the case. They just
What? So they
Why
just
did they do
denied their original.
well, when you get charged with something, it's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, which means there's no doubt that this person did it. 7 of those people who said he did do it took it back.
Wow.
Because they said that they only said it underneath pressure from the police. Like,
So
yeah.
isn't there a whole aspect of the cops trying to make themselves like? First of all, we don't even know the motive for why he killed a cop, and maybe there's a huge motive that will never be like unleashed to the public because cops don't want a bad reputation. So they're trying to keep it all under wraps and try to even maybe convince these 7 people or I mean the original 9 people to say something that may not even have been true just to protect the police force.
But what about that go 2 ways? What if the actual people?
Don't argue.
No, I'm just saying though. I mean, it could go 2 ways. Still in what we believe in. What about if those people were saying that they were just under pressure, yet it's really what they saw, and yet they hear that this person's going to be executed? They might think otherwise and try to get them out of the execution. In other words, what if they want to take back what they said because they don't want they don't want
So
what's
do you
going to happen
think
to them?
execution on the whole is just?
As a matter of fact, yes, I do. For the fact that because on one person's actions, he knows what's going to come to him. There's a reaction for every action, and because he does that, he knows what he's going to get to him. If other people see that, everyone else is going to see around him, they're going to know not to do the same.
So how do you justify me killing you? What's murder? Murder is defined as killing someone.
Killing someone.
Okay, so you're gonna charge me with murder, and then you're gonna kill me. So that makes you a murderer also. Should you now be executed also?
Well, it would be murder if I took your life away without reason. That's just murder.
But who's to say that Troy Davis, if he did kill this cop, did not have a reason?
If you did not have a reason, whatever the case is, if you kill the cop, you should know what the law is. Attacking a law enforcement officer is instant,
So
killing is worse.
that's not a reason to
But
kill
it's
a
the law.
cop.
It's the law. Maybe he has no reasons, we will never know.
So
It's
in the
not like
law,
that.
but then you're saying that the law is always justified, which I would disagree with. But back to the topic of execution. Is it right to take someone's life? People don't deserve second chances.
They deserve second chances to an extent, but I believe that some people go a little further than.
Okay. When we think in the courtroom, usually is you're either getting a death penalty or you're going to jail. Is jail really the better option? Is this person really gonna change? Because if it's this serious, if it's not if someone killed someone, it's probably gonna be for life. What's the point of having a person just torture himself? And what's that gonna do when there's real criminals that need to be in jail and
So a murderer isn't a real criminal.
no, I'm just like someone because first of all, there's never for this person there wasn't even any proof. I once again forgot what I'm going.
That just proves that that the witnesses, the 7 that you said that took back their original testimonies, that they were, according to Socrates, they're unjust because they're validating the demands of society. They felt pressured, and a just man does not conform to public opinion because he carries around his own moral compass. And this just goes to show how corrupt our judicial and criminal justice system is. Because if this was one case out of millions of cases, and we could be putting innocent people to death, which is hypocritical.
Is that morally right? Is that morally correct?
But then there's also examples of people who definitely committed the crime. And one that I was just looking up was in Connecticut, a state that doesn't, I think actually committed one death penalty murder. I don't know if that's how you say that.
Resulting.
Yeah. These two men broke into a house and they tied up the father of this family and started hitting him with a baseball bat. And then they forced the wife to go take out money from the bank and then raped her. And then killed her. And then raped the two young girls. And then killed them. And then set the house on fire, and the only person that was able to escape was the father, and now he obviously wants them put to death, and I think one of them already is going to be.
Maybe the father wants to put him to death because the two killers maybe had a certain motive that, again, maybe will never be unleashed, and the father just wants him dead so that the motive definitely never becomes unleashed.
Well,
I mean, in that case,
there's always,
it's
like,
just
we will never know just by reading a news article, but there are so many oftentimes,
yeah, but
like
those
in
crimes
under-
are like, that's a disgusting crime. That's like crime on top of crime on top of
so
crime.
it's things like
So I
this.
think there's a limit to somebody who will deserve
A second chance.
a second chance, and somebody who needs to die. Like, that person is inhumane. I don't even know the psychological explanation.
The girls were really young.
behind that. No, like, I don't know what was going through their minds. However, I
Just
think
wanted to rob a house, probably.
and you raping the females and killing the husband
Pressure
and
and
the
they
wife.
on for more.
I mean, it just goes into giving into the appetitive part of the soul, whatever.
Yeah.
Either way, back to the death penalty and execution. At what level of crime or the criminal act or whatever is a person justified for being put to death?
Well, according to Socrates, any soul can redeem itself and achieve justice. A person can achieve justice. Do you think that a person like
That
such
could-
in your case can
No, definitely
change?
not. I doubt it.
I think we should ask the students of Hunter.
Are we asking them if execution is right on the whole, or what you should have to do to be executed?
So we're currently thinking about the criteria. We have to see,
That's
we're
right.
putting different criteria on, like,
On
we
who
have a
deserves
moral
it.
standard, I think, that, you know,
Right.
what is.
I think
deserves
the
it?
simplest
Yeah.
question to ask is it just or unjust to put upon death penalty?
And if it is, what should you do to deserve that?
But also, I feel it's important to ask, why do lawmakers as people, you know, they might have equal chances. What if you are grown in a different environment?
Can you introduce yourselves?
John. I'm Mark.
I'm Danny. Hi guys. Hey.
We got a few questions we want to ask. One, do you think it's fair for someone who committed murder to be murdered by the law? How do you kill to prove that killing is wrong? How do you kill? How loud? How? Vigilante shit.
Yeah, that's what I like.
I'm not very into that either. I just think that I don't know. I don't know. I just can't imagine being caught up in that system where all of a sudden you're gonna get killed, and there are people. I don't know. I don't think that the government should kill anyone.
Hello, what's your name?
My name's Hal Grossman.
Hi, we have a few questions for you for our philosophy topic. The first one is, do you think it's fair for someone who committed murder to be murdered by the law?
I'm sorry.
Hi, Sean, Alana. We have some questions for you for our philosophy quiz. So please answer. Try to be polite. Do you think it's fair for someone who committed murder to be murdered by law?
Fair. Who's gonna committed murder, to be murdered by law? Not necessarily, no.
What is your idea of justice?
Justice is settling what needs to be settled. Settling what needs to be settled. Yeah, doing what's right for the person.
Alright, so now that you said that, do you think that your first initial response contradicts your idea of justice? You said that it's not fair for him. Yeah, you just finished saying that justice is having what's done is right to the person.
Well, not necessarily. That's just revenge with killing somebody because they killed somebody else.
Alright, thank you very much.
What's your name?
My name is Danielle Andreo.
Hi Danielle. I have a question. Do you think it's fair for someone who committed murder to be murdered by the law?
No.
No? Okay. And another question. What is your idea of justice?
Well, I think that there are many unjust things, and my idea of justice, say as an animal rights activist and a vegan, my idea of justice is not treating animals cruelly, not treating people cruelly. Justice, I guess, is I would say that get done to you what you did to somebody else, but that kind of contradicts what I said before. But I don't think that's something else. Sorry. I guess my idea of justice is getting punished for the wrongs that you committed, and not imposing cruelty on anybody, humans, animals, anybody, the environment.
Thank you.
Last question.
Alright, and last thing. Do you think your first initial response contradicts what you just said of your idea of justice?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and I addressed that before. Because in terms of, I'd say I don't think that we have the right to take anyone's life, anyone's life. I think that it's more important for them to be punished than to be, I think killing someone is an easy way out. I understand, some people may want to kill someone who murdered their close one, but still, I think that it would be far more worse for them to suffer alone, than to just die instantly and not have to worry about pain or loneliness or anything.
Great, thank you.
Hi, I'm Tal. I'm a sophomore here at Hunter.
Hi. Alright, we have a question. Do you think it's fair for someone who committed murder to be murdered by the law?
Are you talking about the death penalty? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't believe in the death penalty.
Why?
I think it's inhumane for humans to kill other humans in that way.
I see. So, alright. So now, what is your idea of justice?
My idea of justice is, first of all, that everyone is treated in a fair manner and that the same rules apply for everyone. And second of all, if it's in terms of someone getting punishment, I really think that the punishment should fit the crime. And I also don't really believe in putting everyone in jail. Maybe they should put you in a community service program or help you get the skills to find a job so you won't have to steal anymore.